Do you guys want to know how to be successful in sports betting this year? Well, that's what I'm going to go over with you guys in this video. I'm going to show you guys the do's and the don'ts of how to be successful when it comes to sports betting. Welcome back, guys. I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. For those of you that are new around here, this channel is dedicated to making you a more profitable sports bettor. And if you guys want to fast forward all through this and learn high-level strategies and work with me one-on-one, make sure you guys go down in the description and book a call. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video and let me show you guys exactly the do's and don'ts of sports betting so you can be a more profitable sports bettor this year. The first thing we're going to get to is one of the do's, all right? So first thing you want to focus on pretty much this year is make sure when you are looking at your bets that you are doing research. The right research, all right? Because if you don't do any research at all, you're just pretty much throwing a guess up there. And for those of you to think, even if you do the research, that it's still 50-50, you're wrong. Doing the research and doing your due diligence of looking into a play rather than just guessing on it is gonna help you really prevail in the end. The next thing under a do is going to be setting yourself a budget. What a budget is going to do is going to make sure that you stay disciplined, within that budget and you don't go outside of that and spend more money than you need to, or, get yourself in a hole. So it's very important to set yourself a budget. The next thing you're going to want to do this year in sports betting that's going to help you and going to actually provide more value for yourself when you're looking through bets is shop for different odds. Make sure you're shopping for the best odds. For example, in a store, let's just say for a store, if you go into Walmart and you're going to buy something in Walmart and it is $19.99, but then you go to another store and you see that over there it's $14.99. Well, where are you going to go to buy that product? You're obviously going to go to the cheaper store, right? So that is the same thing when it comes to sports betting and odds. Make sure you are keeping track of all the odds that are out there for the certain bet that you're going to make and shop around and find the best value and the best odds and make sure that is where you're going to be placing your bet at. And then lastly, this goes hand to hand in what I just told you guys when it comes to odds, but make sure you have access to multiple sports books. Very important to have multiple sports books, all right? Because you definitely want to have access to be able to shop. Because now, like using that example that I just used before, let's just say you only have access to Walmart. And that's it for the product that you want. You have to pay exactly what it is that they are asking for, right? You can't shop around. But if you have access to multiple places, then you can shop around and try to get the best price. Same thing comes with sports betting. Make sure you have multiple sports books so that way you can shop for the best odds and find the best odds for the bet that you're looking into. Now let's go ahead and get into the don'ts of what you don't want to do this year. So the first thing, most important thing, because this will cause you to lose your whole entire bankroll, is chasing losses. We don't want to do that. Why? It's pretty much common sense, guys. If we chase our losses and we put ourselves in a bigger hole, next thing you know, your bankroll is evaporated. Next thing you know, you have no money to bet with. So first thing, do not chase your losses. All right, the next thing is going to be pretty much don't just blindly take picks from people that you have no clue who they are, or they have anything to back any of the things that they're telling you. So make sure you do your due diligence on that side and don't just take random stuff from just somebody, all right? Unless they have a backtrack record and they know exactly what they're doing and you can see that they know what they're doing, don't just take advice from them, all right? Classic thing is always, people will go and take advice from a family member, like, hey, you should go bet this, this is a lock, you should go and bet this. And guess what? Most of the time they end up losing. So don't just go take random picks. Make sure you do your due diligence when it is the pick that somebody says, suggests to you. Well, do your own research on that pick to see why it should be a good bet or why they even think it's a good bet. 9 times out of 10, when somebody gives you a pick and then you ask them why it's a good pick, they don't even have an explanation pretty much to give you. Or they have a basic explanation like, well, this team is better than this team. Well, you need more than that to be able to put your hard-earned money on it. So don't just take random picks from anybody. Make sure you do your own due diligence when it comes to it. Now, the next thing under the don't list is you do not want to have to bet every single game that is on a slate. We don't want to bet every single game that is on a slate, because there is not value, there is not higher probability in every single game that is on a slate. You cannot find that. There's only certain types, all right? There's only certain games that are gonna provide enough value or gonna provide enough chance to have a higher probability of actually cashing rather than you betting a whole entire slate. People think that if you just bet the whole entire slate, that, okay, well, if I just win a couple games more than I lose, betting the whole entire slate, then I'm gonna make some money. No, it's not volume, guys. It's not volume. All right, it's quality over quantity. You don't want to bet 100 games in a slate on like a Saturday or so. You do not want to do stuff like that. Try to stay away from that. Pick and choose your battles, all right? You only want to bet on games that are going to give you the highest probability of actually hitting. Betting a whole bunch of just random games lowers your chances of actually turning a profit, and in the end, you probably will not profit when it comes to that. If you consistently do that, you will end up just keep losing and losing money. Trust me. Because in the beginning stages of sports betting, I tried that as well, betting a lot of games and thinking like you need volume. It's not that you need volume. You need the quality over quantity. When it comes to sports betting, guys, these are the do's and don'ts. All right, if you guys want to learn more from me, make sure you guys go down in the description and book a call. So that way you can work with me one-on-one and I can show you guys exactly how to take your sports betting to the next level. Now that was the do's and don'ts for sports betting for this year. Hopefully you guys can watch that, take notes on it, and definitely improve your sports betting throughout the new year. All right, as always, guys, I'm Frank from Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.